Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Just following up on the last episode. This one is WTF 68 and the last one was 67, obviously. And I compared two comedians, vaccinated and unvaccinated, and in the last clip the vaccinated comedian falls over at the end of it. Now I just had a couple of people, and I'm sure there's going to be more. Tony and Tanya didn't realise that it's actually not staged. So the vaxxed comedian falls over at the end.
Meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice, so nice.
Now, I'm not a religious person myself, but that is divine timing. Pretty much as she was just bragging about how Jesus loves her the most, it's like she gets struck down from above. Awesome timing. Coincidence or no coincidence, you tell me. But here she is to explain it to us herself in an interview that I found online.
Very weird to see. It does look like it's part of the act, which people thought,
Right.
except that the thump was so loud.
That sound, you hitting the floor that hard, you fractured your skull.
So yeah, they said you have a fracture in your skull and you causing some bleeding on the brain, and had me on an IV, and so I stayed there for 2 days. The second day they did another CAT scan and they said it's already starting to heal.
do you have any answers as to why this happened?
I did eat before, not right before, but I had a late lunch. Yeah, I was drinking water, but truly, we really don't know. I've never fainted ever in my entire life.
And I love in the interview how there's no mention of it possibly being a possibility that it was from the you-know-what that we can't mention, that it could be a possibility from that. And that's my real problem, is why can't we ask the question that it could possibly be that which we cannot mention? It reminds me of when my mum went to ask that same question, because just after having the Voldemort, as I like to call it, her hands bloated up. She went back to the doctor, asked the question, could it be from that? And they said no. And she said, well, what is it? And they said, we don't know. So they ran no tests, but they automatically dismissed that it could be Voldemort responsible. So that's my what the fuck. Why can't we question it? Why can't we ask the question, could it possibly be that? Anyways, like, subscribe, not mandated if you don't want to, not on this channel.